And hello everyone, I'm Brior. Welcome back to a new episode for Goodgame Empire. Now in today's video, I would like to take a look at things such as hacks, cheats, and exploits, starting with hacks and cheats. Now these are things that you can use to get yourself extra rubies or extra coins, to automatically collect taxes, or to upgrade buildings. Now I'd like to come right out and say, at the start of this video, these things don't exist. Now I realize that answer could be very disappointing, but if you'll notice, there are several minutes left of this video, so don't click away yet. I still have some things to share. Now in the remaining time, I'd like to explain, one, why downloading any software that claims to enable you to hack the game is a bad idea, and two, some things that you can do that almost act as cheats, or that are so secret and so good that they will help you in the game in the same way that cheats would. Now let's talk about the first thing, why downloading a program isn't a good idea. The thing is, any program you download won't be able to legally change the data in Goodgame Studios' servers. Now it could perhaps change this number on your screen. I don't have too much experience in this since I've never tried, but as far as Goodgame Studios claims, there'd be no way it could change the data on their server, and when you would refresh the page, these numbers would change back to what they have. So it's not going to work. Same deal for rubies and coins and resources and whatever values you want, whatever values your claimed hack offers, they don't work. So this is why someone could make a video explaining a hack using their program, and it appears to work, and it just won't. But let's talk about something that you do get potentially when you download hacking software or any advertised programs. Now you've seen the videos up here on YouTube that are claiming to offer hacks, and you probably suspected this video to be, along the same lines. What am I talking about? I'm talking about the video where it's a person playing Goodgame Empire and they open Notepad and they type something in a Notepad for you to read, and there's no audio, and then they go demonstrate it, and then they go back to the notepad, make 8 spelling mistakes, etc. You probably, if you're not, subscribed to my channel, that's probably what you expected this video to be. Now, do these seem like trustworthy people? No. They don't to me, at least. And if you go download this software, there's a great chance you could get adware or spyware. A big one is keylogging software. What a keylogger does is it enables an attacker to follow your keystrokes, know what you type, and this is important because he or she can now get your passwords. So it could actually have the opposite intended effect for your Goodgame Empire account. It could be, stolen. There's a great chance that you could get it back because Goodgame, Studios offers, security options. But you don't want that to happen, and there could be permanent or long-lasting consequences from being hacked. That's not to mention all of the things that could happen to you outside a Goodgame Empire. Let's say you have bank account information on your computer, or just anything that you wouldn't want compromised. Downloading software that is seemingly immoral, such as hacking or any other immoral thing on the internet. Lord knows there's many of them. That's a good way to pick up viruses. You don't want viruses. So now I've explained that one, these things can't work, and two, there's false advertising and viruses involved. So that's why I recommend you don't go to move on to the next video and download whatever they claim, especially if it's one of those, open notepad, type a sentence sort of videos. I hate those. All right. But I did want to mention, in order to satisfy those of you who are looking for hacks, some secret tips in this video. And I'm going to start with the most well-known one. Players who know this may roll their eyes and say this isn't a hack, but I think it's crucial for all players to understand this, and some may have missed it. When you go into the recruiting window here, you have two options. Well, you have multiple options, more than two, but you have two real options. You could either go 5 and you click it and you hit +1, or you can go 1 and click it and hit +1. Now, if you do the math, and if you just use logic, you should know that getting 2 troops in 7 minutes, let's say 8 minutes, is going to be more efficient than getting 6 in 40. So yeah, just do the math and you'll understand that 1+1 recruiting is very supreme over 5+1 recruiting. This is especially helpful for when you're not feasting, because you can easily keep track of what troops are going through the barracks and how many slots you have, and make sure they're filled. It is also helpful when you're feasting, but you have to be very online, and you have to have a very active alliance. If you're looking for a very active alliance, maybe check out Neff Bloody King's Mine. We don't automatically accept people, but if you mail me to let me know that you're interested, we may consider you. Alright, so that is hopefully obvious to many players. Now let's talk about something that fewer players should know about. Now I'm going to go to my Sands Castle for this, and open up to the world map. Now I have a player that I've farmed consistently for the past 6 or 7 months, and it's been a huge resource for me. It's helped me grow in Sands. I'm now quite a bit stronger than I was 6 months ago. Now, the reason that it's been such a help to me is because I've looted this player, and consistently I've used him to get food so that my troops can stay alive overnight, etc. But the problem when you do this so often is they run out of resources. You can't loot resources that they don't have. Well, a great strategy is for you to send them resources. Say you send them 1,000 food, or let's go with a bigger value, 10,000 food. Now, you might think that this means that you could only loot, that 10,000 food back, or you wouldn't get a return on your investment, but this isn't actually the case. Using 2 or perhaps more very important factors, you can turn that 10,000 food into 50,000. The first here is, let's see, upgrades. If you're at war with a player like I am, his alliance is currently at war with me, you get a plus 100% looting bonus. So that's 20,000 food right there. Now, in addition, if you use a commander that gives you plus looting, let me find mine, that's going to give you even more resources. I'm currently working on my looting commander, so it's not maxed out yet, and I'd like to improve the other stats as well, but 64% isn't that bad, and I would get an increased return. This is especially helpful for players who are level 70 and who really need the kingdom resources, i.e. charcoal, iron ore, glass, and oil. I said those very out of order, but oh well. So yeah, it's a good tip. Try it out, especially if you're at war with a player. I understand not many people will have, this opportunity to have someone located, 6.4 units from you. But even if they're farther away, if you use ruby horses, if you make sure that they're inactive, there's really very little chance you can lose. Alright, now I'm going to go find some more tips that are hack-like and share them with you in just a second. And alright guys, here's another one for you. This one is unconfirmed, but a lot of other players have been telling me this. I need to have a chance to, test it out for myself, but unfortunately the Wheel of Fortune isn't here right now. That's right, however, it does apply to the Wheel of Fortune. Now it's been said that if you hit stop the wheel when the wheel is turning and is on the tickets, that gives you a great chance, or a definite chance if you hit it at the right moment, to land on the jackpot. Now again, I have to test this out, and I wish I had a visual for it as well, but unfortunately the wheel's not here right now. If it is confirmed true, then you will certainly see a video about it on my channel, as that's something I would like to share. Anyway, you should try that out next time. Get yourself some jackpot rewards, and there you go. Now, furthermore, there is potentially, again, I have to confirm this, a pattern to the jackpot rewards. Remember, when you land on the jackpot and you win the jackpot, it opens up a panel where it gives you 3 cards that are randomized. But they're not really randomized, is what I've been hearing. About 50% of the time, the best reward for the wheel stays in the same location, so it doesn't move. So next time you play on Wheel of Fortune, you should spin it, try and stop it around the tickets. If you win the jackpot, click on the same location where the prize was displayed before. So that is a hack, or maybe an exploit, for Goodgame Empire. And alright guys, here is a very immoral exploit that I'm almost hesitant to share with you, but it is a good idea. Now, stealing resource villages is very frowned upon in Goodgame Empire, but you can avoid getting caught, but still get your resource villages by exploiting the game mechanics. Now, if you come down to your inbox here and you go to Battle and Espionage Reports, you'll see that there is a inbox limit. So if you steal someone's RVs, and then you send one spy at them 25 or so times, they won't catch you because the message will be erased from their inbox. And now I wouldn't recommend you do this. I don't like people who steal RBs, but go for it. Now I should mention that some players will be in alliances that have auto war on, like, now I should mention that some players have auto war on declare for their alliances, so that will not get you out of responsibility, though they may not know what happened. And some players, like myself, have complete lists of all of their resource villages. I put down the coordinates for every single one of them. So if someone spies me 25 times like that, I will, go through. It will be hard to do. It will be tedious. I won't like doing it. But on top of that, I'm in F. So don't try. That's what I'm getting at. But yes, that is a bit of an exploit of game mechanics. I wish that the inbox capacity would be much bigger. And alright, guys, that's about what I'm willing to share for exploits and secret tips. I do have a couple more, but I'll save those for later videos. I do want to mention a couple final notes, though. First, the forum. The game is an official forum that you can access by clicking this button here. Is a great place to stay up to date on little secret tips or game glitches that you might be able to take advantage of. The developer of Goodgame Empire, Goodgame Studios, does patch the game over pretty often, so I didn't want to mention any, true glitch exploits because the video stays up for forever potentially, and they wouldn't be around for long. But if you stay active on the forum, you might catch them. I don't know what the official policy is on dealing with, glitch exploiters. I don't think they can do much. I'm not advocating that you do it. I think I guess all of the ones I mentioned here in this video use the game mechanics in a non-glitchy way. I think in order for them to reprimand you, you would have to be really exploiting the game, or like looking in code or something beyond what I can understand or teach you at least, in order to be punished. Now, yeah. And alright, guys, that's all there is to it. Thank you very much for watching all the way to the end of this video. I hope it wasn't too disappointing, and I hope that you picked up some secret tips that you're willing to try out sometime in the future. Now, depending on what type of person you are, I may want you to subscribe to my YouTube channel. Also, I've put 2 videos up on the screen that I think you may be interested in checking out. One is about the Wheel of Fortune, which we mentioned in this episode, and the other is about determining the maximum amount of troops you can store in a castle. So yes, please click through to those if you have more time, and as always, have a fantastic day.